I wasn't planning to adopt a cat that night. In fact, I wasn't planning anything at all. Just trying to get home through the rain, lost in my own thoughts. But then, through the thunder and the noise, I heard something small. A sound most people would miss. A tiny meow buried beneath the storm. And when I followed it, there he was, a little shivering kitten, soaked to the bone, tucked beneath a dumpster, his cloudy eyes staring into a world he couldn't see. He didn't flinch when I approached. He just tilted his head, as if sensing something more than sight. I knelt, held out my hand, and he, that tiny, trembling thing, nuzzled my fingers like he already knew I was his person. I named him Leo, short for Leonidas, lion-hearted. A fighter, because even blind, he never once looked broken. Blindness never slowed him down, not even for a second. While others might have seen a limitation, Leo saw a puzzle to solve. He mapped the apartment using his ears, his whiskers, the scent of morning coffee drifting from the kitchen. Each day he created his own version of the world, one built on courage and curiosity. I watched him learn, little by little, bumping into chairs at first, then striding past them like he'd always known they were there. He didn't chase light, he chased sound. The crinkle of paper became his favorite game. I'd toss it across the room, and he'd wait, ears twitching, then leap. At night, when the world fell quiet, he curled up at my neck, purring like an engine, a steady hum of comfort, as if he was saying, "I'm here, I trust you, we're okay." The day disappeared was the first time I realized how deeply I'd come to rely on him. I walked in the door and something felt off. No soft paw steps, no greeting meow, just silence. I searched every corner, under beds, behind bookshelves, nothing. Then I heard it, a faint meow, almost impossible to place. It wasn't coming from inside the room, it was coming from inside the wall. Panic bloomed. I called the fire department, and when they pulled off the vent panel, out tumbled Leo, covered in dust, eyes still blind but head held high, like he hadn't just terrified the only person who needed him more than air. That was the moment I understood something. He wasn't the only one who'd been lost before we found each other. Years passed. Seasons changed. Leo's once bold steps became slower. His purrs grew softer, but he never stopped curling beside me, even when his fur turned silver and his body ached. The day I held him for the last time, sunlight streamed through the window. He purred in my arms, and I whispered, "You were my eyes when I couldn't see the good in life. You taught me how to love without needing to see." When he was gone, the house felt too still. But love doesn't vanish. It waits. One morning, I opened a carrier. A tiny kitten peeked out, eyes cloudy, just like Leo's had been. Another soul left in the dark, waiting for someone to reach in and say, "You're safe now." Subscribe now for more heartwarming stories.